Since the outbreak of the Russian-Ukraine conflict, European sanctions on Russia have disrupted Russian chemical fertilizer supplies, and high natural gas prices have forced European chemical fertilizer production to fall sharply. Upali Galketi Archalaj, an economist with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, said that Europe is heavily dependent on Russia and Belarus for chemical fertilizer imports.
In the case of European Union, imports depend on few countries, especially Belarus and Russia. For example, two key ingredients in agricultural production all over the world, potassium, for example. If you take potassium, nearly 60% of potassium imports for the European Union come from Belarus and the Russian Federation.
The energy crisis and fertilizer shortage are the biggest crises that the EU is facing, crises which cannot be solved in the short term, according to Upali Galketi Archalaj.
In the short term, for the European Union, I see very hard time managing the crisis. At the European level, that is taking place, giving some flexibility, and then the whole purpose is to sustain agricultural production until this transition can take place from this high dependency on chemical fertilizer and energy to more sustainable means.
It's worth recalling that the EU imported 2.9 million tons of ammonia and 4.7 million tons of urea for nitrogen fertilizer production in 2021.